there.
Hello.
Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Kelly Mallinson. I'm a wellness advocate with doTERRA Essential Oils, and this is Nikki Marcina. And she is also a wellness advocate for doTERRA Essential Oils. She is Nikki the Oil Mama.
It's true.
So you should follow her on Instagram.
You should.
And you can follow me on Instagram too. I am just Kelly Mallinson 4444.
Yes.
4 4s on Instagram. So, okay, so I've got Nikki here today. She's my special guest because she is the oil mama.
Mm-hmm.
Look at her little baby.
Yes.
This is a little tiny dough baby.
He's a dough baby.
He's so Nikki has been using doTERRA Essential Oils for how long?
Since December 2016.
All right.
Because my daughter was really colicky. She would cry for 4 or 5 hours at a time. And when Kelly came and taught a class at my house super randomly, which was awesome, she said that Digesten or Zengest, which is our digestive blend, could work for colicky babies. And I was like, you need to give it to me right now because I'm dying. So if you're a mama out there who is struggling with a baby who's super gassy, where you're willing to try anything, where you have probably already tried every kind of thing or recommendation from everybody out there, because everybody always wants to tell you what's going to work. This actually worked for me. So this is Zengest. It is a blend of tummy taming oils, ginger, anise, peppermint, and it was the only thing that helped us, helped my little daughter Ellie. She was 6 months old at the time. So I took this bottle, or just a diluted blend. So Kelly had put like 5 drops of Zengest into a roller bottle, and she left it with me to rub on her tummy. So we just did a circular motion on her tummy and then a little bit on the bottoms of her feet. And like that day, she didn't have her usual crying fit. So I was like, okay. And I was like, okay, maybe that was just a good day. But then I continued to do so every single day. And every single day, we didn't have another 4 or 5 hour crying fit. So it just really helped her get her gas out and really calmed down her digestive tract. And so she was a lot more comfortable. And so now that I have another baby, this is Luca, and he's also just 6 months old. We've been using Zengest from the very beginning, so very diluted. So if you're a mama out there and you are wanting to use essential oils on your babies, just make sure that you are, I would say, only using doTERRA essential oils because they are the purest and most potent oils, and we just want to dilute them very strongly for little babies. But when you use them, they're 100% natural. And they're really, really, really effective. So like I said, we haven't had any issues with this guy because we've just been using it since day one.
Right. Mm-hmm. So you can buy the oils already diluted. Actually, if you're a new mama, you could always get, there's like a touch kit, which comes with the top, is it 10 oils? 10 oils. Yeah. 10 oils already diluted in a roller bottle like this. Yes. Because if you're a new mama, and I know what it was like when I was a new mama, it was like you don't have time to worry about what you're diluting. So you can always get the touch roller kit, and we can help you get that. And in the touch roller kit comes the Zengest, the Easy Air, which is really good for congestion and respiratory issues. So for kids who are like, if you've got anyone who has like struggles with respiratory problems, like seasonal threats or whatever, exercise-induced asthma, the Easy Air oil is really good on people's chest to help open up the airways.
It's amazing.
It's quite lovely.
I swear by it as a mom. It has replaced any over-the-counter products that I used to buy. So what I used to do when my kids were sick, and I'm sure lots of moms can relate to this because it's what we all do. As soon as your kid has something, you kind of run out to the store and you buy, 6 items and spend $30 to $50 on them all. Hoping that one's gonna work, because you buy like the homeopathic stuff, or you buy like the natural whatever, or you buy the grape water, all of those things, and you're going out and you're spending that time, you're spending that money, and then you're hoping that it's gonna work. Whereas with oils, and this was me, like this is my like personal experience, it's like I already have the oils in my house. So I already have the Digesten for any tummy problems. I already have the Easy Air for any time they have respiratory stuff. We're using On Guard or Stronger all the time. So it really is just eliminating that money that you spend, the time that you spend, sending your husband out at 11 o'clock at night to Shoppers Drug Mart to spend $50 on stuff that might or might not work. So like I can't say it enough. Like having essential oils in your house, doTERRA essential oils in your house is so much more empowering as a mom, and it's so less of a hassle when your kids do get something and do get sick. You kind of are like, I think originally when doTERRA started, the kit was called the Dr. Mom kit.
Oh yeah.
And it makes so much,
true.
it makes so much sense. And it's almost like now we call it the family essentials or the home essentials, because that's exactly what they are.
Right.
So really you are kind of like Dr. Mom when it comes down to it. And they're amazing. They really are. Yeah.
So when I got these oils, my biggest problem in my house was that none of my kids slept through the night. So my daughter, Samantha, she woke up every 2 hours for like the first 2 years of her life. And wouldn't go back to sleep. Like I had to go in there and do something for her every time. And I was also a new mom, so not sleeping well was a thing. Then I have the next baby right after that. He screamed every night for like 3 hours at a time. That was really fun.
Yeah.
And so now nobody's sleeping. And then I have the third baby, and I didn't have an extra bedroom for her, and I didn't want to put her in with another baby or another kid. So she ended up sleeping in the hall. So she was the hall baby. She slept in my room for a while, but then I put her in the hall. And then, so that was a whole thing. So for 10 years, I didn't get these essential oils until 2015. And I had my first baby in 2006. So 9 years, I didn't sleep through the night. 9 years.
That's
like
crazy.
and even if I went away, because now my sleeping patterns were so bad.
Yeah.
That
you get into that like bad sleep pattern. Yeah.
So in comes the oils, and I'm like, okay, what do we do? I asked the lady who got me my essential oils. I'm like, so what do I do? My kids don't sleep. And she's like, well, use some lavender on them. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So I was like, do you have anything like super better than lavender? And she's like, totally. So I got an oil called Serenity and an oil called Vetiver.
Yes.
And I put these two oils in a roller bottle, and I did 10 drops of each. And I rolled these on my kids that first night. I put it down their spine, on their feet, and on their throats. And I'm not kidding. They pretty much have slept through the night ever since. I've switched up some of my oils a little bit, but I don't want to talk about sleep too much because my last video was all about sleep. But that was the thing for me and my kids and getting them to sleep through the night.
Yep.
And then putting lavender and easy air in the diffuser was quite lovely to keep them asleep. So let's see. What's another common problem that babies have?
Teething.
Oh, teething. Well, what does this little guy need for his teething?
I'm going to tell you this. So with Ellie, again, so we were 6 months, we got oils in our house, and I never had to use Tylenol or Advil on her for teething.
Nice.
Ever.
Oh, really?
Never.
What did you use?
So at the time, Copaiba was not an oil that doTERRA had. Copaiba came out that following September, which was, I didn't realize at the time how exciting that was. So we used lavender with Roman chamomile, and at the time we used white fir, but now we use Siberian fir. And so what those three oils do is they numb and help soothe, support teething, pain.
But you used them on your own kids, right? So
Yes.
this is what she used for her.
This is what I
her
used
story.
Yes, this is my story. This is
Yeah.
what I personally use. So what I did with that was I took 1 to 2 drops of each of those oils, and I took an empty little roller bottle, so just like this one, and I would put 1 to 2 drops of each of those oils in there. I filled it up with fractionated coconut oil, and then I would just apply it along outside the jawline for her, and then I would rub it down, like down here, and then you just give it like a good like rub in, because as soon as you're massaging the area, you're helping get those oils and the blood flowing and get those oils working a lot faster. And now what I recommend to moms in my community, because I seem to attract a lot of mommies because I'm an oil mama, is Copaiba. So Copaiba essential oil is one of the best oils for if you're looking to support pain and inflammation. And actually what some of the mamas actually do is they'll basically just like take the top of this, take the lid off, and then take the top and then actually just like rub babe's gums with this. Because
really?
Yep. Because it's
nice.
super mild, and it's not a harsh tasting oil. And what it does is just helps relieve that inflammation and pain for them. What you can also do is put that in a roller ball, and again, just apply it to the jawline when they're teething.
Awesome.
So that's a thing.
So lots of moms are always like, like you get pregnant, you're like, oh, now what do I do? I'm pregnant. I'm not allowed to take this. I can only take Tylenol. There's no real solutions for any of like your mom pregnancy issues. You know what? We have resources, okay?
Yes.
There is a book. There is the Oil Midwife, the Essential Midwife, Stephanie Fritz.
Yes.
She's got an Essential Oils for Pregnancy, Birth, and Babies book.
Yes.
So there is so much stuff in here.
Yes.
For so many things. Like there's labor support blend. There's stuff for having the baby.
All your pregnancy.
All the trimesters. What about if you have morning sickness or nausea? Look at this. 10 drops of peppermint, 10 cardamom, 30 drops of lavender. Mix in a 5 ml bottle and place few drops of this combo on hanky or hands and inhale deeply or apply to the back of your neck or behind your ears. Cardamom is I didn't know this, is the number one essential oil to help alleviate nausea.
I didn't know that.
It blocks the receptor pathways of nausea. Apply to the back of your neck and behind your ears.
Oh my goodness, I did not know that.
That's awesome. Peppermint is the number 2 choice. Simply diffuse into the air or put a drop in your hands and inhale. Nice. Spearmint.
Digestive blend.
Ginger.
Invigorating blend, so citrus bliss.
Yeah. Oh, spray mist. Put 20 drops of peppermint, lemon, and 5 drops of orange into 4 ounces of distilled water. Shake well and spray. So that's
So lots of good tips there. Oh yes, that's a good book to have. So if you're a mama who's looking to have a natural pregnancy, a natural birth, and then support yourself postpartum, these are all things that I have done. This book is super handy. And follow me on Instagram too, because I share lots of tips on there.
Totally. And so people have been coming to me a lot lately talking about about fertility issues. And one of the biggest things apparently that is blocking fertility problems is candida overgrowth in the gut. So cleaning up our diet and resolving the candida issue would help many women who are on the roller coaster of infertility. So doing a candida cleanse, people will be like, I don't even have yeast infections. But you know what? Doing a candida cleanse and getting rid of it. And doTERRA has a great cleanse that you can use to support getting rid of candida out of your body. It's really great.
And it's not one of those cleanses that you do where you don't eat or you poop for like 48 hours and a million hours. It's not really like that. It's more so just about cleansing out your gut and then kind of like restarting it. So that's why it's called the cleanse and restore.
Right.
So you basically restore the health of your guts, which is linked to everything under the sun.
Hi, yes, I know we love you. Okay, so the other things are, so what are other common things?
So other things for babies.
Yes, you said basil and fennel for something.
Basil and fennel. So if you're a mama who is breastfeeding and you're having trouble with your supply, this is something I'm pretty passionate about because I've heard of mamas having very adverse effects or not so great reactions to over-the-counter prescriptions to help their milk supply. And granted, I know that everybody's experience is a little bit different, but I have had great success with basil and fennel essential oil for helping with your milk supply. So if you're really struggling and you really want to up your milk supply, you can take both of those oils internally. You can also apply those oils after you're done feeding right to the breast, to the top of the breast, and just put a little bit of fractionated coconut oil on top of those. And honestly, like the moms that I've told to do this trick have messaged me and said, holy cow, that's crazy. So really good luck with fennel and basil for breastfeeding. So that's a good one. What other problems do babes have? So sleep. Did we talk about sleep?
Yeah,
Lavender and Roma chamomile is really good in the diffuser.
Yes.
And I always say to moms too, it's really good to get into like a good routine. So again, we're talking about adding essential oils into your life, and the addition is so beneficial, but really getting into a routine with adding the oils is really, really amazing. So what I've done with all of my kids now is like we'll have bath time where, you know, we add 1 drop of lavender to some Epsom salts, and then we have that in the bath. So that's already calming your babes for bed. And then we fill up the diffusers. So getting your kids involved in that, if they're big enough to put the drop in by themselves. With babies and kids, you don't need very much essential oil. So if you're using lavender, for example, and it's a smaller space, you only need like 1 to 2 drops for babies. And then if your kids are a little bit bigger, so from like 5 to 10, I would say you could do 3 to 4 drops. And again, depending on your space. So if you have a larger room, you can do 4 drops. If you have a smaller room for your kids or they share a room and it's small, then you could do 2 drops. You really don't need a lot of doTERRA essential oils in your diffuser.
True that.
And that's a really good tip for you guys, is that if you are just getting started with doTERRA or you're interested in doTERRA, I was someone who did this mistake. I thought 10 to 15 drops of essential oil was like the norm. But
no. Did you do 10 to 15 of lavender?
I totally did. And I think citrus bliss.
Oh God.
And I was like,
my
and
God.
somebody came over, my sister was like, oh my God, Nikki, like what is that? And I was like, she's like, you gotta turn that off. It's so strong. So you're just gonna,
Most other bottles say 10 to 15 drops.
So if you're a newbie, like I was, 2 years ago, I thought that was the norm, and it is the norm on brands that you maybe purchase in the drugstore or in the mall that actually say that on the bottle, 10 to 15 drops. With doTERRA oils, you honestly need 4 drops to 8 max, depending on your diffuser.
Tell us about the frankincense. Like for you and like children, what is your frankincense? Frankincense, king of oils right here.
This is the reason why I started doing doTERRA as a business. I started taking frankincense internally for mood. So I was postpartum, pretty bluey. I was not feeling my best. And Kelly told me that frankincense is
it helps improve your mood.
It helps improve your mood.
And increases chemicals in your brain to improve your mood.
It helps to oxygenate the brain better. So this is a really good oil to dilute and put up and down your baby's spine every day. But also for mommies who are more than likely having hormone ups and downs. Your mood is also fluctuating with that. I took 1 to 2 drops of frankincense twice a day at this time. And I started taking the Lifelong Vitality because those are a game changer.
That's our supplements.
That's our supplements. But the frankincense made a huge difference for what I was going through. It really helped my mood. It stabilized it for me. And it just made me feel less bluey. So, if that's a word. Frankincense is a huge, amazing oil. It's also an oil used for an immune stimulator as well. So, using this on your babes with On Guard and frankincense is a really good combination to use. The top 10 oils are really you can't go wrong.
Right.
They're just staples in my house, and I absolutely love them. So.
And the top 10 oils are Zengest, we talked about that, lavender, frankincense. Now peppermint, let's just talk about that really quickly. If you're a pregnant and breastfeeding mama, we're going to avoid peppermint. It can reduce milk supply, so you just want to sort of avoid that. I'm sure if you get a little bit on you, it's not going to ruin your milk supply, but you don't want to be taking that.
I always say too, if you have it in the diffuser one day and you get really worried, don't worry too much, because I always underline or capitalize it may decrease your milk supply. So if you're someone struggling, I say stay away from that. I never had a problem, but that's my personal experience. So I couldn't get enough peppermint and I've never had an issue. But if you're somebody who's already kind of having the issues, then you might want to just stay away, because it may or may not dry up your milk.
Yes.
Are you? You love the diffuser.
So frankincense, Digest Zen, lavender, Easy Air, we talked about that. Tea tree is very antibacterial. Oregano is also antiviral.
Yes.
The thing with these oils is you can clean with them. So you can reduce the toxins in your house by using these essential oils to clean with them. The On Guard essential oil is awesome as far as decreasing germs in your air. We've got, and we talked about peppermint, and then we've got Zengest, Deep Blue. So Deep Blue, any kind of aches and pains, growing pains, Deep Blue works almost in an instant for kids.
Yeah.
They don't hang out too long, sitting, waking up with that in the night.
No, I actually have a couple moms in my community who got the Deep Blue rub, and they use it on their babes for growing pains, and now the kids ask for it by name.
Nice.
Can I get the blue, mommy? Can I get the blue? And I also have, I kid you not, I've got 3 moms whose kids, when teething, point to the oils for the copaiba because of the relief that they're obviously acknowledging that they're getting from it. I just wanted to say my favorite go-to, my favorite go-to, and these are 3 of the top 10 oils, It's called the Boo Boo Blend, and it's also what I've used for Ellie and for Luca for diaper rash or preventative diaper like cream, if you will. So again, eliminating the need to go to the drugstore quite so often. Tea tree oil, lavender, and frankincense in a spray bottle, and you call it your Boo Boo Blend or your
Well, that's good for a bum rash too.
It's amazing for a bum rash. It's all I've ever had to use.
Do you know that when I had my
don't buy it
babies,
anymore.
I bought like, my one daughter had the worst bum rash all the time, and I bought this bum brand, this other bum brand, this other bum brand, and all of them were saying that with pure 100% essential oils. No,
true.
Lavender is one of the most adulterated oils on the market, so just be mindful of what brand you're using.
Yes.
Now, Balance and Citrus Bliss, okay?
Yes.
So these two oils together, monster juice, people. Monster
Amazing.
juice. Temper tantrumy children,
Yes.
make a roller bottle of this, 20 drops of each
need it.
in here. You roll it on there with topped with coconut oil, roll it down their spine, on their feet, especially if you have kids prone to doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a good plan. Balance in the diffuser.
Yes.
Those crazy mornings where nobody's doing what you want. I find if I put Balance in the diffuser and Balance on me and my kids, everyone has a way better morning.
Way better.
Yeah.
It's one of those oils that I recommend people use every single day. Like, it doesn't matter who you are, even if you're like the happiest person on the planet, it just grounds you. So it is a tree blend, and just like trees need to be deep rooted, so do we. We need to ground ourselves, and so starting the day off with some balance over your heart or on the bottoms of your feet, such a good day. Just starts your morning off in a very calm place. Because I don't know about your mornings, but my mornings are crazy.
Yes, so are mine.
Yeah. We have lots of kids,
Yes,
like a lot.
I have 9, 11, and 13, and 21, but the 21's not awake in the morning, so that's fine.
Yeah, I've got a 4, 2, and somewhat new. So
He's just fresh.
he is. Oh, you just bumped
Oh no. Oh. So anyways, so I think that'll be it for us today.
Yeah.
There's so much more we could talk about, but we want to keep these short and sweet.
Yes.
But thank you, Nikki, for hopping on today. And you can follow me. I have a website, www.kellymelanson.com. And then you can follow me on Instagram. Please like and share this video if you've got other moms that might benefit from this information. And yeah, feel free to contact us if you want any more information. And what's your Instagram?
Nikki the Oil Mama. So follow me on
She
Instagram.
has all kinds of tips.
If you have any questions, find me on there and send me a DM. I'm always happy to help out other mamas because I know the struggle. It's real.
Right. Alrighty. Thank you so much. And have a great day.